I used to believe I wasn't the jealous kind. Truly. But some nights don't test jealousy at all, they test whether you still have any self-respect left. That Friday the bar was doing what bars always do at the end of the week. Buzzing with noise, music too loud, people laughing like they were trying to prove something. Marin and I sat tucked into a cracked leather booth in the corner, the kind with a table that wobbles if you even blink. Not ideal, but we weren't there for comfort. We were there for her coworker Theo's simple birthday hangout, except nothing about it was simple. I'd met Theo twice before. Backyard barbecue. Work dinner. Both times he gave off the same vibe, like he believed every woman in the room was half a step away from flirting with him. Not enough to confront, just enough to make you remember him for all the wrong reasons. On the way there Marin had said, "Just stay relaxed tonight, okay?" I'd asked why. She shrugged, too casual to be truly casual. Theo gets a bit handsy when he's drunk. Everyone knows. It's harmless. Just, don't make a big deal. Harmless. Touchy. Everyone knows. Strange how those words feel fine until they're aimed at someone you love. Still I agreed. No drama. The words didn't sit right even as I said them. We took the booth across from Theo. Marin sat beside me at first, but as the drinks stacked up and the bar got louder, she moved over to sit next to him so she could hear better. She slipped over so naturally, like it was the most ordinary decision in the world. 10 minutes later, his hand was on her thigh. Not a slip. Not a joke. A placement, familiar, firm, inappropriate. She laughed at something he said, smoothing over whatever tension she knew she'd created. Then she noticed me watching. She shot me a tight smile, half apology, half dismissal. The kind that means don't make this a thing. I leaned forward. His hand is on your leg. She sighed dramatically. Callum, please. He's drunk. Don't start drama. There it was again, don't start drama. Every time she said it, it felt less like a request and more like a warning that my feelings were inconvenient. I looked at her. Then at him, Theo, oblivious, comfortable, confident. Why wouldn't he be? The person who should have been setting boundaries wasn't setting any. And something inside me just clicked. Not rage. Not jealousy. Just a quiet, clean truth. I finished my drink, set the glass down and stood up. Where are you going? Marin asked. Bathroom, I said. But I didn't head to the back. I walked straight out the front door. The cold night air hit me like honesty. No noise, no excuses, just clarity. I got in my car and drove home, not shaking, not storming off, just finally done trying to act okay with things that weren't. Inside the apartment, the silence felt like a warm blanket. I grabbed the leftover moving boxes from the closet and started packing her things calmly, gently, like handling something fragile, even though the fragility had faded months ago. Her first call came while I was folding one of her sweaters. I ignored it. Then came two more. Then her ringtone, the one I'd once picked for her, echoed through the house. I let it ring. An hour later she finally called again and didn't hang up. I answered. Where did you go? She demanded, breathless and annoyed. Home. What? You just left. I told you no drama. She scoffed. Callum, seriously, why are you acting like... I came home, I interrupted calmly, to pack your things. Silence poured through the phone. Thick, heavy, real. When she spoke again, her voice was sharp. You're being ridiculous. I almost laughed, not because it was funny, but because that was always her move. Make the reaction the problem. Never the action. You told me to be chill, I said. Before anything even happened. He was drunk. You're blowing this up for no reason. That warning you gave me? That wasn't about jealousy. That was you preparing me for disrespect. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. She sighed, the kind of sigh meant to regain control. Look, can we talk at home? I'm still at the bar. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Not what happened. Not the disrespect. Just the inconvenience of facing it. I'm home, I said. You can come get your things. She scoffed. Are you actually serious? I'm done pretending things don't hurt when they do. Another long silence. Then the sound of her walking outside, the bar door opening, closing, muffling the noise behind her. We've been together 3 years, she said quietly. You're throwing that away over a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding is when something's unclear, I said. Tonight was perfectly clear. So that's it? You're done? I didn't decide tonight. Tonight just showed me what I've been avoiding. Can you at least wait until tomorrow? I don't want to do this standing on the street. You don't have to do anything tonight, I said. The boxes will be on the couch. I hung up before she could talk me in circles. Half an hour later, a gentle knock came. 2 taps. I opened the door. Marin stood there, windswept, makeup smudged, eyes already recognizing the truth in the boxes behind me. "You really did it?" she whispered. I nodded. "I didn't cheat," she said softly. "Nothing happened." "I know," I said. "It didn't have to." Her eyes glistened. "Then why?" "Because you treat my comfort like it's annoying," I said. "Because you tell me to swallow disrespect to keep the night smooth." She pressed her lips together, searching for an excuse she didn't actually believe. "I thought you trusted me," she said. I did. "But trust doesn't mean pretending your choices don't hurt." She looked at the boxes, then reached for one. "Can we talk tomorrow? When we're calmer?" I shook my head. "Tomorrow won't change anything. This ended long before tonight. Tonight just made it visible." Her shoulders fell. For once, there was no argument left in her. She lifted a box. "Can I come back for the rest later?" "Yes." She moved toward the door, hesitated, then turned to look at me one last time. "I didn't think you'd actually leave," she said quietly. "I didn't leave," I replied. "I just stopped staying where I wasn't respected." She nodded, one small defeated nod, and walked to her car. No theatrics. No shouting. Just acceptance. The engine started. She drove away. Inside, the house felt different. Not empty. Not lonely. Just peaceful. A calm that comes only after you finally choose yourself. For the first time in a long time, the silence didn't feel like loss. It felt like freedom.